But now to go more individual, and we want to go to the awards this season. Before the season starts, make our predictions. We have our true winner, who we think is going to be the top of the list. It may be a legitimate candidate, and also got a sleeper who may jump ahead and be a surprise to folks, and can steal the award from another one of these top dogs. So, start at the top. MVP. You raised about the Ravens early on. Is Lamar your MVP this season?
Well, I'm glad you asked, my brother. The safe pick, I guess, is like Josh Allen. Like, that's like the chalky one, kind of. There's a lot of hype, like I said, behind Justin Herbert potentially being an MVP this year.
Yeah,
I got them winning the division, so I guess it's a possibility. But yeah, like I said, the safe pick, Josh Allen, but Lamar Jackson is really the narrative, I guess, that I'm pushing this year. Lamar Jackson for MVP. I think this Ravens team, like I said, is going to win this division convincingly. And I think they have the chance to make a solid run, and he's going to be the engine that makes this team go, as he always is. So I got Lamar. Yeah, I think Lamar can go for the MVP.
Absolutely. Surprisingly, I couldn't put him as my sleeper because
his like odds are like plus 2,000. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's real low, like in the MVP odds for me. So
I saw that. I have seen some of that, but also in some rankings, even if that's the case, he's still a top 7 guy in regards to MVP rankings.
Okay.
So he's not fully a sleeper to me. People acknowledge that he could be there. So I definitely see that. What I was gonna say was I actually have Herbert as my guy. I'm in on the hype as well. I believe if all things click there, they have enough pieces. The top quarterback on the best team, I think gets in the awards, win them type things. And if the Chargers get all things to click, as I believe they finally will do, even though I did pick, I will say I did pick the Chiefs in that division.
Right.
I do believe that the Chargers.
He's winning. He ain't winning the MVP.
That I understand that, but I think with the Chargers making enough of a push still in that division, that Herbert can put up enough numbers to get that award. There's already enough hype there that if he gets close, he may have enough hype to push him and give him some extra votes there. So I have him as my main guy. And I actually put I stretched because, again, I didn't consider guys that were already top 10 voters as sleeper guys. So I was a little bit beyond that. I actually put Derrick Henry as my MVP.
I was going to ask if there was anyone non-quarterback that you thought.
He was my non-MVP guy. Jonathan Taylor is another guy in the discussion, of course. But I think Jonathan Taylor has enough help with that team around him. Pittman and other guys there that he might not be crucial in that regard. But I think the Titans' season depends on Derrick Henry. If he's MVP King Henry again, they have a nice run again. But if not, they fall apart and go as they do. So I think I mentioned earlier about Lamar being a guy that is one of the few that can put the team on his back and carry them to the promised land. I believe Derrick Henry is one of those guys as well, even from the running back spot. And I think he is in another season in a situation to do so, and could do enough to be considered for the award. He may not win it with all the good quarterback play across the league, but he'll make a nice push, and he's my sleeper for the pick there. So Herbert and Henry are my 2 guys for the MVP.
For sure. I'll piggyback off of that going into Offensive Player of the Year. I got Derrick Henry as Offensive Player of the Year. I think, like you said, typically MVP is going to be the best quarterback on the best team for the most part.
Right.
I think MVP does go to a QB, but I think Derrick Henry, if he has the season we believe he can and will have, I think he will lead this Titans team, and he will be the Offensive Player of the Year. I've heard a lot of people picking Justin Jefferson as potential Offensive Player of the Year.
He was my pick. I'll go ahead and say that now. I believe he has. He may not go for the Triple Crown like Cup did, but I think he's ready to take even another step from what he's already shown us in the league. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the vanilla pick that I have here is Justin Jefferson. But I like Derrick Henry. I guess not really a dark horse. I don't know if you could call him a dark horse, but I like him as the not like highest favored pick to win it. Yeah.
This might not. I know I said about sleepers and trying to reach more. I don't know how much of a reach this will be because I believe. Oh no, I don't know if he won it last year, but he was definitely in the race. But I have Deebo Samuel as my sleeper. I believe
Okay.
Debo has another good season. He's said in all interviews post signing his contract that all the talks about him not wanting to be the dual back that he called himself last year was overhyped, and he does want the ball as much as you want to give him the ball. And I think he'll definitely get the ball as much as he can this season, and will continue to carry this Niners offense alongside Trey Lance and all those boys. So I definitely think he can make a strong push it again for consideration there. So Jetta and Debo are my two guys there for Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay, cool.
Defensive Player of the Year, who do you have there?
Nothing crazy here. Aaron Donald, safe pick. But I like Michael Parsons as well. Like I said, I think the Cowboys defense is going to be elite once again. Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan, I have it flipped. I have Micah winning it and AD as the not really a sleeper, but I don't know. He's there.
Yeah. So we're in agreement essentially.
Yeah.
One of those guys, but yeah, I think Michael Parsons is special. Had a special rookie season, and I think he continues that trend. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So another good one. I'm now going to the rookies. I'll put the Rookie of the Year. Who do you have there?
Who do I have there? So this one I had kind of some trouble picking. I like Olave for the Saints. I like Dobbs from the Packers if he's truly stepping up in camp like they say he is.
Yeah.
Sky Moore, I guess more of the sleeper one because he's not really like wide receiver one there, but I think there's some hype around him and his raw speed and his hands.
Yeah.
And so I think he can have a really good season, kind of filling some of the role that Tyreek Hill played for the Chiefs. And will be a big reason why they don't have as much of a drop off as some may predict. So I like those three guys. I think Kenny Pickett leads the odds because we'll probably
start and keeps the Steelers rolling. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but I don't really have a strong conviction like on this award. Really, I think a lot of guys could go for it.
You said a lot of receivers. I have two running backs as my picks. I have Breece Hall for the Jets. I think with the rookies, it's less about the team production, just more about which rookie shows out the most. I think Breece Hall is in a spot where he can really show on that Jets squad that's still finding their way.
You still have Michael Carter, who I think
Michael Carter too as well. Even in a dual back situation, I think he can get enough touches and has enough a flair there that he can get the win there. And then someone who popped up in the last couple of weeks, honestly, Damian Pierce in Houston. Even with that team being beat up, I think that running back with Marlon Mack now out the way, Rex Burkhead's not going to do enough, I don't believe, to really take touches away from him, and he will get as much of the carries as he can get. And I think he's ready to handle that situation, and definitely can put up numbers there. And Houston, who needed a guy to lean on this season with Deshaun now out of the way, I'm fully there. So I have Pierce as that. And then my third guy, I had to mention him yet again, NFL young boy, George Pickens for the Steelers. Even though he's not in Pittsburgh, I think can put up a show. They have a lot of weapons there already. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Freiermuth, and Najee in the backfield. But I think even with all of that there, he still can find his way to get enough of an impact to at least being in the discussion for the award. So yeah, George Pickett is the guy I wanted to mention with that also. So yeah, it should be a fun race. There's a lot of rookies this year. So good stuff there. On the defensive side, I think it's a 1-2 race, honestly, in my eyes. Who you have there?
Yeah, this one I actually had to look up the players for that because I didn't know a whole lot of the defensive rookies, to be honest. But Aiden Hutchinson, like the hometown guy in Detroit, seems like kind of the vanilla pick. He was the number 2 overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. D Lyman, I believe. So I think he's got a shot at it. But the fun one for me is Sauce Gardner.
Okay.
Just as the name Sauce.
Absolutely.
But I think he's gonna have a good year for the Jets for sure. So
yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to root for him. So
I actually put him as my 1B. He might have more hype on boards. Might be 1A in the race. But he's more my second pick. My first pick actually is the number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker in Jacksonville. I actually like him a lot. He's shown a lot of great flashes in the preseason already, and I think he can really make his impact felt this season for Jacksonville squad, trying to turn things around for the better after all the mess that they had last year. So I think people kind of batted an eye a little bit when he got picked. They were like, "Wait, who's this guy?" He wasn't a flashy name. Aiden Hutchinson definitely is the guy that had more of the attention. But Trayvon, I think is a special talent that will definitely got people's attention this season. I think he'll get the award. Hutchinson actually is the third guy in the race to me.
Okay.
As good as he is, I think the other two have shown more flash already, and will build off of that momentum to get recognition for that award there. So Trayvon, Sauce, and then Aiden there.
I'm gonna have to get some of that sauce from
I saw that. My brother got the sandwich on and say mess up his stomachs. I don't know if I want to get it just yet.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings can do that to you.
Once they get all the kinks worked out, I'll go buy and get some wings with the sauce on there. So sure. Looking forward to it. So another fun race there, defensive rookie of the year. I'm not going more to the bigger awards. Before going to
player of the year.
Yeah, comeback player of the year. I wanted to go there. Who do you have in that race?
This one I had probably the least conviction on. I think there's a lot of guys that can get it. Derrick Henry being one of them. Michael Thomas, if he's healthy, is possible. Allen Robinson potentially has a huge year in LA.
Here's what I may have messed up real quick. I'll jump ahead. My apologies. Does Lamar count for this award?
I would think so.
Because he was out for like 6-7 weeks, right?
I would think so. I just think he would probably be in the discussion for like MVP or offensive player.
Well, to that point, like I said, I don't think he wins MVP because I believe Herbert and guys like that may steal it. But I do think he'll be enough in the race that it's kind of like when Ja won Most Improved last year or whatever. He'll be good enough still to get something. So I think he'll end up being comeback player of the year if he qualifies for that. He was out, like I said, for like 6-7 weeks last year, and that's why the Ravens missed the playoffs. So if he qualifies, he's the guy there. And then
James
I also had for a while as well, also too, right? James was out last year.
He was.
Yeah, so he was the name that came to mind. So
that's what I said. There's a lot of names here. Like I also have Juju. I think Juju has a huge year with KC.
Yeah.
After a down one and injured one in Pittsburgh, and then Saquon, who you mentioned earlier, he has to have one of those seasons at this point because the clock's ticking a little bit.
He was actually my third name on here. I had Saquon too, so if he can bounce back,
and then of course there's CMC as well. I didn't even put on here, but if he has the year that he can, like his ceiling is higher than anyone else really in the NFL.
There's a lot of fear fantasy wise about him. Like I don't draft him; he's on my do not touch list.
Yeah,
but I think in real life he could have a very solid season and can reinsert himself as one of the top dogs everybody believes he is. So I hear you in that.
Yeah. So I don't really have a pick for that one, to be honest. There's a lot of guys.
Yeah, very much a toss up. But I think we believe that all those guys are in the discussion there and should be a fun race. So good one there. The last real award is Coach of the Year. Who you have as Coach of the Year there? Who you have as your picks?
The vanilla one is Staley, but I'm really high on this Ravens train, so I'm going with John Harbaugh. Man.
I'm with you there. I got Harbaugh as well.
Yeah.
I really like the Ravens squad. People said we already deep dived it. Yeah, I think they turned the corner and right the wrongs of last year and get the dubs, and Harbaugh's rewarded for that. So I'm with you.
He's a player's coach. They love him. They trust him. I think he's a good coach too. Like he's taking them to the Super Bowl. So
absolutely.
I really like this Ravens team through and through to have a real bounce back year. Didn't even talk about like all the injuries they had.
Exactly. That was the biggest part.
So
who's your sleeper in that?
I guess he's kind of the sleeper because I didn't really have another one. Like the real sleeper, I guess, would be like Dan Campbell, even though he's getting hype now.
I think they'll have a turnaround. I like the Lions as well, but I don't think it'll be enough to win the award.
Exactly. I don't think the Lions will be good enough.
Sorry, someone that I did have winning the award though was Sirianni for the Eagles. I did have with the Eagles turning things around and believing they win the division. I think that he can get the award there and be a sleeper pick for that. So he was who I picked. Those are all the awards there. We did a rundown for those. We've gone down divisions, gone down awards, all of that. Those are the official ones. I want to throw two more in there, and this is kind of off top of the head. You might not have these written down or anything. Sure. I saw that they have I think it's like a FedEx Air Player of the Year for the quarterback with the most yards, the pass yards for the season. Okay. Who would you have picked for the guy that passed for the most yards this year?
Interesting. I have a name that comes to mind. He would probably be the sleeper, though. I'm trying to think, like, who would be the clear favorite for me? Probably Josh Allen.
Correct.
Josh Allen or Herbert is probably. And I might even lean Herbert there just because I like Herbert's weapons a little bit more than Allen's.
Right.
Receiving
and he runs a little bit less, too.
Yeah. So maybe Herbert, and then the sleeper would be Kirk Cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you think Justin Jefferson is going Offensive Player of the Year, you think Kirk Cousins is going to be airing it out a lot.
Well, yes. I think he targets Justin a lot, and Justin gets a lot of touches.
I don't think it's just Justin either. They still have Thielen, who he already has a great rapport
What I was gonna say was in comparison to other units, because my sleeper was Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr airs it out all. That's all he does. Yeah. I don't think they don't like Josh Jacobs that much back there. Zamir White, who's the backup, they lean on him too much. So I think it's just Derek Carr jumping back 40 times a game.
I like that too.
So I think in comparison to Kirk Cousins, he ends up passing for a little bit more and could be a major guy for that one. So I see what you're saying about Kirk Cousins. I think he's close. But I think Allen, Herbert, Carr are ahead of him in that race there. So because also he has Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook's gonna get plenty of touches there to take some of that from him too. So I think the other three I'm getting ahead of him there. So definitely a fun one I wanted to add in. And then in the same lane, the ground player, I think this might be the FedEx one. It's like UPS, and I don't know whatever their branding is, but the ground player of the year for the most rushing yards. Who you have most for the most rushing yards this year?
I think we both have Derrick Henry.
We do.
I think based off what
we talked
about. Jonathan Taylor that's not even really a fun pick, really, because like it's just what he did last year. I think he could do similar things. So
right. My fun pick was Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I don't think that
because they're not going to pass a whole lot just during the start of the season.
I think teams are going to try to load up on him. That's the thing.
Yes, but we've seen we've seen him handle the load, so I think he can deal with that enough.
Relax, Paul.
He can play up enough numbers, even with the box stacked against him.
Some injury concerns me a little bit too.
Sure, but I think he's shown that he can handle. he can handle the load. I don't know what else to say. He can handle it, man. I think he'll put up enough numbers to be considered. He can. I
don't know. Push for the award there. Like how you're talking about it right now. That's a fair pick too. I guess who would be like a fun one there?
Saquon was the other fun one.
No, I don't see it.
Saquon,
Dalvin. I don't think the Giants are good enough and will open up enough holes for him. Jesus. It's hard to talk about running backs.
Yeah. Any other picks there? Any sleeper picks?
Dark horse? Fun one there. I'm just trying to think about Eckler. I don't think gets enough on the ground. He's a lot of a pass catcher too. I'm trying to think of who would like the top running backs. But there's a real drop off after the elite ones.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry is really the most fun.
Here's a name. He's not exact. He's in that middle tier where he's a guy that he's mid tier but could win this award. He's one of them sleeper type picks. I like David Montgomery, to be honest. I think the Bears like Khalil Herbert more in that offense, so that might throw it off. But Montgomery shows flashes, and that offense isn't good enough passing wise to lean up on fields just yet. I think he can get enough touches there, and he has enough wiggle to get enough yards there to be somewhat.
Sleeper. I'm not super confident in this, but sleeper, I'll say James Conner. I think he's the clear RB1 there.
What do you think about the Broncos running back? There's a lot of hype about.
I still don't like the split carries kind of with like him and Melvin Gordon. I'm not sure that Javonte Williams is going to be the clear.
Javonte Williams, yes.
I like him a lot. I think he's very talented, but
got it.
No, I wouldn't say him just because they still split with Melvin Gordon kind of.
I hate to do this. What? You think Lamar get some consideration for that? He might fill up some yards. I'm just saying.
I think he's going to have a lot. Like he may be top 12, like in rushing as far as for teams go. Like I think he may have more rushing yards than some other teams running backs. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just a fun. I hate to even do that, but just for the fun of it, whatever. Yeah. But just a couple other things I saw there, official awards there. So definitely will be fun things. Another thing I will say while on top of awards, we're gonna have our own fun version of awards. We're trying to figure out the name for it still. We're gonna have some NFL hyperboles. We're gonna have, I won't say what they are yet. Y'all ain't gonna be able to steal it from me, but we're gonna have some things throughout the season. We look at other things that go on the field, on and off the field a little bit, to debate and give out some awards for. So excited about all of that. Did you want to do like your picks for Super Bowl?
Super Bowl pick. I think we said that a while ago. I had Ravens and
Oh, I didn't hear if you made a pick.
I think I had Ravens, Packers, something like that. We said that.
No, for this year.
No, we said after we had like our way too early Super Bowl predictions. After the last Super Bowl, we did it.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, but I'm talking about today, not 3 months.
Well, I'll still stand on it. I still have Ravens. I think I said Ravens, Packers, something like that. Ravens, somebody
before Devontae got traded too.
Ravens, Bucks, something like that. Ravens, somebody. Ravens winning it. I have the Ravens winning the Super Bowl. Okay. So whoever you want to play the NFC, whatever. But I have the Ravens getting past through it all and winning this year. So yeah, that's my pick. Who'd you have?
As high as I am on the Ravens, I think I just realized I didn't put the NFC champion here. I didn't pick them yet.
See?
But
kind of like whoever. I think it's the AFC's to.
But I think the Bills. I think the Bills actually do make it to the Super Bowl. I think the Bills. I actually think it's the Bills Chiefs in the AFC. AFC championship.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's a dogfight all around, so it's possible, very possible.
So I like the Bills there coming out of the AFC. I got the Bucks and the Rams in the NFC title game. Like I said, I think the Packers regular season success and fizzle out again.
Okay.
I think Brady. I think this was Brady's last year. We didn't even. I don't know.
Say it again.
I said, do you think this is Brady's last year?
I don't care, man. He doesn't leave, so we'll say it's his last year, and he'll come back again anyway. So whatever.
You still the scorned.
Yes, he won't go away. So I don't care anymore at this point. Do what you want.
Yeah, because the Rams, I don't think the Rams like repeat kind of thing. I think they'll be in discussion again, but I'll say Bills Bucks. Not really. It's kind of chalky.
Yeah.
But I think Bills Bucks, and I might lean Brady again, dude. I might lean Brady again.
Do what you gotta do, man. That's your pick. Stand on it.
In a Super Bowl scenario, like as much as Josh Allen is him, like you said, I would probably favor Brady a little bit.
Brady is still him.
Brady gets ring number 8. I guess that's what I'm picking as of right now. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I hope you're wrong. That's all I'll say on that. But those are all our award picks and division picks and Super Bowl predictions leading into the season. Definitely a lot of fun things across the board. Again, follow us online everywhere. We're gonna be sharing a lot of these clips everywhere. Be sure to hop in the comments and let us know what you think about our picks. Hop in the comments here, of course, on you guys watching on YouTube and all of that. Appreciate all the love there. We get a division picks, award picks. Now let's just get to where we are today.